This is the 2014 presentation of the Missouri Athletic Club Hermann Trophy Press Conference, coming to you live from the Missouri Athletic Club right here and right now on NSCAATV.com and LockerDome.com/MAC Hermann Trophy. And we welcome you to St. Louis, Missouri, in the Missouri Athletic Club. Built in 1915, this wonderful organization has been the host for the Missouri Athletic Club Award since 1986 for the men and 1988 for the women, and the host for the combined Missouri Athletic Club Hermann Trophy since 2002. We welcome you inside the doors of the Missouri Athletic Club. You see some of the great winners right there, including Alexi Lawless. Tonight, we will crown two more for the MAC Hermann Trophy, given to the very best Division I men's and women's female soccer player. And just to the right of where that announcement is where we will be for the next 30 minutes, walking you up to the live announcement of the winners right here in St. Louis, Missouri. Hello, everybody. I'm Dean Linke, proud to be the voice of the NSCAA and thrilled to be here at the beautiful Missouri Athletic Club, as tonight we will crown the female and male best in Division I soccer. Let's take a look at a big show here tonight from St. Louis. As we mentioned, both winners will be announced live. We'll be joined by Todd Yeagley, the Indiana men's soccer coach. He won it 20 years ago on the men's side. We'll have video of all the players and interviews with the winners and their coaches. Let's take a look at the finalists. First, for the men, Alex Bono just announced that he's going to go to Major League Soccer, the first Syracuse player to ever go to MLS. Andy Craven, 15 goals, 8 game winners, and Leo Stoles leading UCLA all the way to the championship game. Now we take a look at the three women finalists. Morgan Bryan, she won it a year ago, trying to become only the fourth woman ever to win it back-to-back years. Dagny Brinjar's daughter, all she did is lead Florida State to their first ever national championship. And how about Samantha Mewis, the star from UCLA? Those are the women's finalists. Of course, we couldn't do it without our fine sponsors here. Continental Tire, always proud to support NSCAA TV, as well as the Vincera Institute. They congratulate all of this year's finalists. Dedicated to the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of core injuries, the Vincera Institute is the nation's premier medical facility for core, muscle, and hip health. Learn more at vincerainstitute.com. And world-class coaches, Moving Families Initiative. You would never take the field without a game plan. Never move or relocate your family without a game plan to help your kids deal with the physical and emotional challenges of moving. Learn more today at worldclasscoaches.com and click on the Moving Families Initiative link for parents. How about Locker Dome as well? And of course, we are here at the wonderful Missouri Athletic Club. And remind everybody as well, next week in Philadelphia, it is the NSCAA convention. Hope to see you in Philadelphia. When we come back, we'll be joined by the president of the Missouri Athletic Club, and we'll take a look at video of all the players and talk to their coaches as well right here on NSCAA TV.
You watch the match live. You road trip to the away games. You rise and fall with every run. Above all, you live your love of the game. Whatever you do, get there with Continental Tires and improve your grip with extreme contact traction.
Continental Tire, for what you do.
Each year, the NSCAA puts over 7,000 coaches through our coaching education program. Youth, high school, and college coaches at all levels participate in the diploma courses. No matter where you are in your coaching path, we have something for you. Join your peers and get educated. Better coaching, better players, better game. NSCAA Coaching Academy. Improving soccer, one coach at a time. Register today at nscaa.com/education.
Welcome back to the Missouri Athletic Club. Dean Linke now joined by the president of the MAC, Dean Eggerding. And Dean, a big night. We're going to crown a winner for the female and male best college players. But first, tell us about the Missouri Athletic Club, a wonderful, wonderful organization.
You know, I'm honored to be the president of the club this year, and the club's been around for well over 100 years, and it's been a staple for athletics, specifically amateur athletics, since the 1904 Olympics and onward since then with events like this. And it's just a great place, and we're honored to have this award ceremony here tonight.
Some people call St. Louis Soccer Town, USA, great connection, so it makes sense to put your name on this coveted trophy.
Absolutely. You know, St. Louis has a long history of soccer, and soccer's been a big part of a lot of members here at the Missouri Athletic Club as well. And it's a perfect fit. When we started doing this award back in 1986, there's some really high-profile names that have been the winners over the years, and I'm sure tonight will be no different.
One of those names is Todd Yeagley. We'll join him in just a moment.
Yep.
Jim Wilson has been wonderful. Everybody's been great. Thanks so much for hosting us.
Hey, thanks for having me, and thanks for being here. Really appreciate it.
I want to thank the MAC president for being with us. 20 years ago, my main man, Todd Yeagley, won the MAC in 1994. Of course, he's now at Indiana, where he won the national championship just a few years ago in 2012, played several years in Major League Soccer, and he is the featured speaker tonight with a Q&A with Bill McDermott, and here he is right now. Coach Todd Yeagley, good to see you.
Dean.
20 years ago, you remember the day. Talk about what it's meant to you, Todd.
It was an unbelievable day. The format was a bit different because you knew you had won prior. So just the room adjacent to us, the press conference, obviously there was a little bit less drama than there would be tonight, but it was one of the coolest things I've ever been involved with. The whole weekend here, getting to know about the history of the club, and ultimately being in a group of players that I quite honestly idolized. Many of them were Indiana players, but others from other programs that I knew and watched growing up being around the college game. So it was a little bit surreal for me to be the recipient. I just didn't feel like I was in that group of great players. So it was very humbling and one of the neatest, coolest weekends that I've been able to experience.
Yeah, they do a great job here, and you'll forever be tied with the national championship. But I got to believe the fact that people always call you a winner of MAC will be something special to you, Todd.
It is, and I love the fact that they've been able to bring the two awards together. Brian Mazanoff, my longtime good friend and assistant coach, he was the Hermann winner that year, so we shared the award, and I still feel that that's a pretty special thing that we have together. And yes, it was time for them to come together and bring both traditions to one. And it is, yes, to say that actually one of my sons realized the other day he found something that they kind of talked about it, and he was like, "Dad, you won the Player of the Year?" I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool, Dad.
It was pretty good, yeah. Well, you're a
cool.
great coach now too. Look forward to tonight. Todd Yeagley, the head coach of Indiana. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Dean.
I want to thank all of our sponsors, including Vincera Institute. They congratulate all of this year's finalists dedicated to the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of core injuries. The Vincera Institute is the nation's premier medical facility for core, muscle, and hip health. Learn more at vincerainstitute.com. I want to remind you again the three finalists for the men's Missouri Athletic Club Hermann Trophy Award. You see them right there. Alex Bono, Andy Craven, and Leo Stoles of UCLA. And what a run the UCLA Bruins had this year, as we're now joined by their fine head coach, Mr. Bruin, Jorge Salcedo. Good to see you, Jorge.
Nice to see you, Dean. How you doing?
Obviously a big year for you. Talk a little bit. I know a little bit of disappointment, but what a great run all the way to the national championship game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was a tough.
Sorry about that, Jorge. Live television.
Is that all right?
Yep, you're good.
You know, it was obviously a great run in the tournament, and we were hitting stride, playing really well, scoring goals. We'd scored 11 goals in our last 4 games going into the national championship game, and unfortunately in the final we couldn't unlock UVA's defense, and sometimes the result doesn't go your way, obviously, and unfortunately it didn't in the biggest game.
Well, big day for you here today, though, is Leo Stoles, one of the three. Let's roll to the video of Leo Stoles. And Jorge, as you take a look at the video, tell everybody why he is such a special player. And by the way, when we started on NSCA TV, we predicted a UCLA National Championship and Leo Stoles winning the MAC Hermann as well. But take a look at this young man. Why is he so special? Tell us all about him.
I mean, first and foremost, I mean, his just ability to compete, and for him to technically be the player that he is, and the ability to find his first pass, to find his first and second option. He's really good, and he has the ability to prepare the ball, hold the ball up on both sides. He's technically good with his right foot, his left foot. He's got a lot of poise. If you watch him play, he plays the game with his head up, identifies his options very quickly, and like I said, he's always making, to me, the right choice and the best choice.
Jorge, we did the game against UC Santa Barbara where Leo Stoles hit an absolute cracker, 1-0 win at Santa Barbara. Of course, the Santa Barbara fans were so mad they're throwing tortillas at him afterwards, but I thought he was the best player on the field that game.
Yeah, I mean, he scored a great goal from about 25 yards out against UCSB, left-footed, half volley. That was kind of a snapshot of who he is, really composed finish, a great strike from distance, and Leo scored a lot of really good goals for us over the last 2 years, and he's someone that obviously is one of the top players in the nation.
Finally, Jorge Salcedo, a busy time right now, recruiting time, but you talk about the kind of player he is. I understand he's a great person as well, which is probably one of the big reasons why you're here to support him.
Absolutely. I mean, Leo and I actually last year when we came here to the MAC Hermann Award banquet, spent a lot of time together, really got to know him quite a bit off the field over the past 3 years, and he's a fantastic young man. No matter what he does, whether he signs here on MLS or he signs in Germany or someplace in Europe, he's going to be a great success.
Jorge Salcedo, you're a great success. Pleasure
you.
hanging out with you.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to talk about another one of our great sponsors as Ian McIntyre will make his way in. World Class Coaches Moving Family Initiative. You would never take the field without a game plan. Never move or relocate your family without a game plan to help your kids deal with the physical and emotional challenges of moving. Learn more today at worldclasscoaches.com and click on the Moving Families Initiative link as we're joined now by Ian McIntyre. What a job he's done now in 5 seasons at Syracuse. A huge year this year. Good to see you, Coach. Obviously exciting for you as well. You guys are having trouble with the there we go. There you go. Is that good, Coach? A little better?
We're
Sorry
coaches.
about
We're
that.
normally shouting, aren't we? This is very civilized.
You just get that sound piece up there. Well, Ian, first of all, I know you're very proud of Alex Bono, your fine goalkeeper, and I'm going to ask you to do the same thing. As we roll to the video of your goalkeeper, tell us why he is not only a finalist here, but just got called in by Jurgen Klinsmann.
Yeah, he's had a terrific couple of weeks here, and no, he's such a big body, very aggressive, but he's got such a presence back there as well. He did a great job of, we threw him in the deep end as a freshman 3 years ago, and he's done a marvelous job of leading our defense, our back line, and just he's maturing. He's continuing to mature, and has been outstanding for us. And he'll be the first to say we had a good group in front of him this year. But when called upon, those big moments in big games, he was there for us, and is a big part of what we've done this year and in the last couple of years.
You take a look at these highlights. What would you say is the number one strength of Mr. Bono?
You just saw there, he's coming in traffic, he's aggressive, he's very clean, and it's nice to have someone. We're not the biggest team the last couple of years, so to have a guy back there that can clean up, but he's a shot stopper for a guy his size, his agility, and for him to get from A to B very quickly, and as you say, he moves his feet very well and gets the ball away. It doesn't get stuck underneath him.
Coming back on camera with the head coach for Syracuse, Ian McIntyre. Really a threat now in the ACC, Big Ten, two of the better conferences. I'll tell you, the folks in the ACC are talking about the job you've done at Syracuse.
Oh, well thank you. It's we've our senior group that's graduating this year have seen us move from a team winning 2-3 games and have had had some successes last year. We realise we've got a lot of work ahead of us. We're certainly not the finished article, but with if we can attract players of the calibre of the Alex Bonos, good kids as well as outstanding soccer players, I think we've hopefully got an exciting future.
Well said. Congratulations to you and to Mr. Bono. Good luck to Syracuse the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
All right, Ian McIntyre, the fine head coach, as we thank more of our sponsors. You're watching here on NSCAATV.com. You're also watching on LockerDome.com/Mac Hermann Trophy. as we roll on here. Live from the Missouri Athletic Club in St. Louis, Missouri, as we are getting set to announce the winners for the MAC Hermann Trophy, both male and female. Joined earlier by Jorge Salcedo, telling us a little bit about Leo Stoles. Just heard from Ian McIntyre, telling us about Alex Bono. And now we are joined by the assistant coach for UNC, who's actually got some St. Louis connections as well, talking about Jason O'Keefe. And Jason with the Tar Heels. Now, you were in St. Louis for a few years as well, so kind of coming home a little bit for you.
Yeah, a little bit. Got up with Mike McGinty at SLU this afternoon for some lunch, so yeah, glad to be back. It's a great event.
Well, it is a big event, and speaking of big event, your player had a big year, Andy Craven. As we roll to the video, we'll let you adjust your headset as well just a little bit so we can hear you. Let's roll to the video and take a look at Andy Craven, and tell us what you see in this player as you watch this video here, Jason.
Yeah, Andy's a tremendous, goal scorer. Just his instincts to get in behind the defense like that, and that's what he does, puts it in the back of the net. But tremendous instincts, tremendous work ethic, timing of his runs, ability to beat players 1v1, and then get on the end of it is really what his game's all about.
Coach, 15 goals, 8 of them game winners, including down at clutch time. When you needed it, he was delivering.
Yeah, he was, 2 hat tricks, several multiple goal games. Down the stretch, I think he started the NCAA tournament with a hat trick. Then we went to Charlotte. He had the game-winning assist. To Clemson, where his hold-up play really allowed us to finally get into a rhythm in the second half. And then UCLA hits the equalizer, less than 10 to go, and bangs his PK home. He was Mr. Clutch for us for sure down the stretch.
On the end of this video, you'll see the goal he scored against UCLA. Down a man early in the first half, fighting back, not 1 goal, but 2 goals to come back and tie it up. You see the proud family of Andy Craven. I'll tell you, this is a guy who's overcome adversity, not 1, but 2 injuries, including missing all of last year to come back and have this kind of year.
Yeah, no, it was really, really exciting for him. I know last year was frustrating. That goal there, beautiful ball in by Robbie George, and just, again, prolific goal scorer, takes every chance he's got. If he takes a touch there, defender could block it, but, the goal scoring mentality that he has just turns and hits it home.
Saw that great goal of Andy Craven as we're joined here by Jason O'Keefe, the assistant coach. First season right at UNC.
Yeah.
Enjoying being back in the Carolina area?
Yeah, no, it's been fantastic. Working with Carlos, Grant, and Chris. The administration there is a tremendous university, obviously, and, a storied program that I'm excited to be involved with.
Talking about Carlos Samuano, the head coach for the Tar Heels, as well as Grant Porter, the assistant coach at UNC, just a few years removed from winning the national championship as well in 2011. All right, Jason, well, good luck to Andy Craven. Good luck to the Tar Heels. Thanks for being with us here.
Thanks a lot, Dean.
All right, we're going to take a break as we'll tell you a little bit first about the Missouri Athletic Club. The Missouri Athletic Club actually was opened in 1903. It's entered its 2nd century already, boasting a tradition of excellence unmatched by any other city club in the United States. The MAC is a St. Louis institution steeped in rich tradition, and its main clubhouse located downtown right here at 405 Washington Avenue has become a city landmark. Time now to take a look at the 3 women finalists. The 3 women finalists here as we broke down the 3 men finalists for the 2014 MAC Hermann Trophy. And you see them right there. Morgan Bryan, she won it a year ago, the star from Virginia, now with the U.S. national team. Dagny Brinjarsdottir helped Florida State to a national championship. And Sam Mewis of UCLA. And what a year it was for the Florida State Seminoles. And Dagny Brinjarsdottir, but their wonderful head coach, Mark Krikorian, in my view, one of the greatest coaches of the women's game without question. And he joins us now. Mark Krikorian, congratulations. I can now call you a national champion. How's that sound?
Thank you.
Well, what a run it was for you, and including beating Virginia not once, not twice, but 3 times. That's not an easy task. Talk about the run you had, Coach.
Yeah, it was really good. We had a very mature team this year, and I thought our players showed great consistency from the start of the year right through the end. And, we had a great schedule. We played against a lot of teams that were really good, against some very good players. And in the end, with maybe a little bit of luck, we were able to win the last game. So it was a great run for us.
One of the things that I liked about your team is you dealt with players that were getting called into the national team, including the Iceland national team. The game we called against Connecticut, Dagny wasn't there. Several other players were missing. You got down 2-0, didn't panic, came back with a big win. That was a big win early in the season.
It sure was. I thought our kids showed some pretty good composure against a team from Yukon that was really good on the day, and they had a good season in the end as well. And we had to fight back. We had to be resilient, and I thought we were. So, missing some of those top players for international duty is all part of it. But our kids did a good job.
Well, Dagny's a big-time player. Let's roll to the video. I want you to take some time watching the video and tell everybody why she is such a special player. As we roll to the video here now of Dagny Brynjarsdottir.
Well, I think that Dagny comes. She has such a presence. Just upon meeting her, you realize that she's big physically. She's imposing. Her timing is very good. She plays box to box, and she's very good in the attack. She's very good defending, and she scored probably more big goals than in the history of the program. And we've had some pretty good attacking players with Yamaguchi and Tip McCarty and so on.
Take a look at her play as well. One of the things that really allowed her to play so well is your defense in the back was so strong. You've got another player that got quite a few votes as well for the MAC Hermann Trophy. Talk about the connection defensively, midfield, right up top.
Yeah, I thought that each of our lines of play were pretty strong this year, and with the quality of defending and goalkeeping that we had, it did allow us to let Dagny have a little more freedom running in around the box. And she's a player whose timing is fantastic, and her presence in the air is really, really good. So, Grubka is in the center of the back, and her physical qualities, psychological dimension. Dean, you may remember the goal she scored to win the game against Yukon.
One of the best.
One of the best goals. Anyone that's in the NWSL that want to find out about the quality of Grubka, all they got to do is go look at that, and they'll see why she's such a winner. And all of these clips showing Dagny creating and scoring goals. That it's nice to watch, and she developed into a dominant air presence.
Great video here of Dagny Brynjarsdottir. She is one of the 3 finalists. They won a national championship for Florida State. And Mark Krikorian, while you're here as well, Amanda Cromwell not able to be here for Samantha Mewis, so we also want to roll some video of Samantha Mewis. You know her very well at UCLA, and as we roll the video of Samantha Mewis, tell us about her and why she's now a member of the U.S. national team. She's at least in that player pool as we look at UCLA's Samantha Mewis.
Sure. Sam Mewis is just an excellent player, and everyone knew coming out of high school that she was a big talent, and following her sister's footsteps. It was really obvious that she had the qualities, the physical qualities, psychological qualities to be a great star. And watching her development at UCLA over the past 4 years, it's she's a great player to watch. Her and her teammates they had a fantastic run. A year ago when they beat us in the final, I thought that she was really good and they were really good. And when I had a chance to watch them a couple of times this year, I was so impressed with her presence in the game. And again, very similar to Dagny in a lot of ways. Both have great attacking qualities. Great, they make their teammates better. And this is one of those times where when you look at the 3 finalists, whoever wins is a deserving winner. There's no one that can complain about the winner of this award tonight. And Sam Mewis, I think she's a big talent. I think she's got a big future in front of herself with the U.S. team. And best wishes to her as she goes into into the U.S. camp, and I hope it goes well for her.
And that's where she is right now in camp, as we congratulate Samantha Mewis as well and Amanda Cromwell. Mark Krikorian, congratulations. You're the head coach of the national champion Florida State Seminoles, and a great season for Dagny as well. Thanks for being with us here.
Thank you. That has a nice ring to it.
It does have a nice ring to it. You deserve it indeed. Mark Krikorian, the head coach of the national champion Florida State Seminoles. Is we also want to thank Continental Tire. Continental Tire, innovative technology, driving confidence. You can learn more at continentaltire.com. As we are here at the wonderful Missouri Athletic Club for the press conference announcing the winners of the 2014 Missouri Athletic Club Hermann Trophy Award for both the men and the women. We've gone through the 3 men finalists, also took a look at the 2 women finalists. Back again is Morgan Bryan, the fine star for Virginia. We're pleased to be joined by Ron Rabb, 14 years now as assistant coach for Steve Swanson. Was there for a while, left for just a little bit, back again, and Another great year for you, Ron. Good to see you.
Thanks very much, Dean. It's a pleasure to be here.
Obviously exciting to talk about Morgan Bryan, because she's not only one of the best players in the collegiate game, she's one of the best players in the world, I think we're seeing.
Yeah, she's had quite a career at Virginia. It's been a pleasure to have her with us for 4 years, and she's certainly improved and become quite a player at the international level. And I think the future bodes well for her and what lies ahead here, hopefully for the next 6 months heading into Canada.
Well, Ron, as we roll to the video, taking a look at Morgan Bryan, who stars for Steve Swanson and Ron Rabb, among others, tell us, as you take a look, break down her play, what makes her so special as you see her, particularly on the ball?
Well, on the ball, Morgan is technically just very proficient with the ball at her feet. She solves pressure extremely well. She reads the game. She knows what she wants to do when she gets the ball, and as you can see there on the ball into Mackenzie there, she's capable of putting it where she wants and when it needs to be there. And it just helps her to be such an effective player for us, both on the ball, but also in terms of helping us as a team and finishing goals like that. I mean, that's world class there. That was a fantastic finish there.
Morgan Bryan has the ability to play a little bit of anywhere on the field. What's her best position, Coach?
With the ball at her feet. For us, certainly she played primarily as an attacking center midfielder for us. But as you've seen with the full national team now, she's got some versatility to her game, and they've put her in a couple of different spots. But I think that's a credit to Morgan. She can play in multiple positions because she's such a good, complete player. And we'll see where she ultimately ends up. But I would think someplace in the midfield certainly would be.
Of course, you saw both of the other candidates as well. You beat UCLA to advance in the tournament, and of course Amanda Cromwell starred at UVA, Samantha Mewis, and then of course Dagny Brynjarsdottir. Talk a little bit about both those players.
Both those players had tremendous years. Sam certainly had a tremendous career at UCLA, and this year certainly led UCLA through an undefeated regular season in the Pac-12 there, which is no small feat. And she's another player that, from an attacking standpoint, is very good on the ball. Did a tremendous job of scoring goals, assists this year for UCLA, and Dagny certainly has been a thorn in our side at Virginia, having played against her here for a couple of years, and certainly this year they had some great success. And one of the games she did get the game winner against us. But she's a player that's tremendous in the air, fantastic, smart player, very good with the ball at her feet as well, and she's just capable of scoring goals as we've seen. So.
Ron Rabb, the assistant coach of Virginia, as we're counting you down to the final minutes where we'll go live to the legendary St. Louis broadcaster Bill McDermott to break down the announcement of the winners. If Morgan becomes only the fourth female to win it back-to-back, how proud will you be of her?
Extremely. It's quite an feat to win it once, and certainly quite an accomplishment. But to win it a second time, I think would be an extremely proud moment for all of us at Virginia and Virginia soccer, and certainly for Morgan.
Ron Rabb, congratulations on all your success, and to Morgan Bryan as well.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much, Dean.
All right, thanks for being with us. Time now to thank our sponsors here one more time before we turn it over to Bill McDermott. Once again, Vincera Institute congratulates all of this year's finalists, dedicated to the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of core injuries. The Vincera Institute is the nation's premier medical facility for core, muscle, and hip health. Learn more at vincerainstitute.com. And with that, from Vincera Institute, we would especially like to thank Dr. Bill Myers, Rita Greiman, and Anne-Marie O'Shea. All three of them will be at the 2015 NSCAA Convention in Philadelphia for the College Soccer Coaches Social. The presenting sponsor of that event is indeed Vincera Institute, as we thank them. Also want to thank World Class Coaches, Moving Families Initiative. You would never take the field without a game plan. Never move or relocate your family without a game plan to help your kids deal with the physical and emotional challenges of moving. Learn more today at worldclasscoaches.com. And how about Locker Dome, helping us put this on the air today at lockerdome.com/MAC Hermann Trophy. We thank Locker Dome for also putting together those wonderful videos. And, of course, couldn't be here without Jim Wilson and the wonderful Missouri Athletic Club, our outstanding hosts. All right, time to turn it over live as Continental Tire. We also want to thank here as well, and what do want to remind everybody about the NSCA convention coming up in Philadelphia, as we're going to turn it over live for the live event.
Good evening. Welcome to the Missouri Athletic Club here in downtown St. Louis. My name is Bill McDermott. We're here, as you are doubtlessly aware, for the presentation of the MAC Hermann Trophy. I'm joined this evening by Dean Eggerding. He's the president of the Missouri Athletic Club. MAC soccer co-chairs Annie and Greg Beekman, George Perry from the National Soccer Coaches Association of America, and Jeff Wolf. He's the president at Anchor Packaging. He's representing Mr. Robert R. Hermann, whose name is on this trophy, and he's representing the Hermann companies as well. We're here to present the prestigious Crystal Soccer Ball, which has become the pedigree, the trademark of this award, to the top male and female soccer players in college soccer. So let's please welcome to the podium to get things underway the president of the Missouri Athletic Club is Dean Eggerding. Dean?
Thank you, Bill. On behalf of the management and staff and the Board of Governors here at the Missouri Athletic Club, certainly want to welcome everyone. You know, the MAC has a long history of being a part of amateur athletics, going all the way back to the Olympics back in 1904, and tonight is just an extension of that, being able to honor the top male and female soccer players in the country. So it's wonderful to have them here, and certainly their families and coaches. A number of them traveled a great distance, and thank you so much for being here. We've actually been doing this award since 1986, and obviously it's named after Robert Hermann, which he is just an unbelievable ambassador to the game of soccer, and has been a wonderful person to have his name on this trophy. So looking forward to hearing the winner here in a few moments. So good luck to everyone, and again, thanks for being here. Have a great evening.
Thank you, Dean. The finalists and winners were determined in voting of Division I soccer coaches who are members of the NSCAA, National Soccer Coaches Association of America. And over the years, this award has been honored with some of the biggest names in intercollegiate soccer. Mia Hamm, Christine Lilly, Cindy Parlow, Tony Miola, Alexia Lawless, John Harkes, Claudio Reyna, all of whom went on to represent their country and had tremendous national team careers. So now let's find out who will win the 2014 Missouri Athletic Club Hermann Trophy. In alphabetical order, here are the three finalists for the Women's Award, a senior midfielder from Virginia. She scored 10 goals and 14 assists in 18 games for the Cavaliers this past season. She's a first-team NSCAA All-American and a first-team All-ACC selection for the fourth time in her career. She helped lead Virginia to the Women's College Cup. That was the final for the first time in their history. She was the 2013 winner of this same award, and she is currently a member of the United States Women's National Team. Please welcome from St. Simons, Georgia, Morgan Bryan. Morgan? Our next finalist is a senior midfielder from Florida State. She led the Seminoles in goals with 16, points with 38. She led Florida State to their first national program, first title in the program's history, first national title after tallying 2 goals, 3 assists, and 6 postseason matches. She led the Seminoles to 4 College Cup appearances and 3 ACC titles during her 4-year career. The team captain was named an NSCAA First Team All-American and the ACC Offensive Player of the Year. From Hedla, Iceland, let's please welcome Dagny Brynjasdottir. And our third finalist is a senior midfielder from UCLA. In 2014, she led the Pac-12 in goals with 16, assists with 13, and was named the conference's Player of the Year. She led the Bruins to a second consecutive conference title. A 2-year team captain, she led UCLA to a school record 44-game unbeaten streak that stretched from September 2013 to November 2014. That's astounding. She is currently training with the United States Women's National Team. They opened up camp this past Monday. January 5th. She's unable, unfortunately, to join us tonight. But from Hanson, Massachusetts, another finalist is Samantha Sam Mewis. And now let's welcome from the NSCAA, George Perry, for the presentation. George?
Thank you. It is my pleasure to announce the winner of the Women's 2014 Missouri Athletic Club Hermann Trophy is, from the University of Virginia, Morgan Bryan.
This is such an honor. It's a great award and a great night that I think every single one of us is going to remember forever. And first, I'd like to congratulate Dagny on such a great season, and Sam, who couldn't be here. They're great players, and I'm extremely glad to be in their presence. And you guys, congratulations to you guys as well. I just want to thank the University of Virginia for allowing me to travel and play soccer and get such a good education at such a great school. I'd like to thank my parents for all the continuous support they've given me. My coaching staff, Ron, who's here tonight, they're great, and the support that I've gotten from them is amazing. I'd like to thank, last but not least, my teammates. This is such a team award, and I am grateful for the best teammates in the country. So thank you.
Congratulations, Morgan. Well, let's move to the men's side. Here are the three finalists for the 2014 MAC Hermann Trophy, again in alphabetical order. A junior goalkeeper from Syracuse University. In 2014, he started all 21 games, posted a record of 16-4-1 with 67 saves. He led an Orange defense that ranked third nationally in goals against and led the ACC in both save percentage as well as goals against. He was a first-team All-ACC selection, and he was named the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. During this past season, he had two streaks of more than 400 consecutive scoreless minutes. From Baldwinsville, New York, let's please welcome Alex Bono. Alex? Our next finalist is a senior forward from North Carolina. In 2014, he led the nation in points with 35 and game-winning goals with 8. 8 game-winning goals. His 15 goals were tied for first nationally. He was named the National Player of the Week 3 different times by 3 different media outlets. He earned first-team All-ACC honors and was an NSCAA first-team All-American from St. Simon's Island, Georgia. Let's welcome Andy Craven. Andy. Our third finalist is a senior midfielder from UCLA. In 2014, he led the Bruins to the College Cup final. He started all 24 games for the Bruins and led the team in goals with 9 points with 24. He was an MAC Hermann Trophy finalist in 2013. He was a first-team NSCAA All-American for the second consecutive season and a first-team All-Pac-12 selection for the third straight season. From Munich, Germany, let's welcome Leo Stoltz. Leo? And for the presentation of the Men's Award, let's welcome back MAC President Dean Eckerding. Dean?
Thank you, Bill. I'm honored to announce the winner of the Men's 2014 Missouri Athletic Club Hermann Trophy. The winner is Leo Stoltz.
Yeah, I'm very honored to be here today and be one of the 6 finalists, 3 from the girls and 3 from the guys. And like I congratulate the guys as well as the girls. And I thank the Missouri Athletic Club for hosting this amazing event here. I want to thank my school, UCLA, my coach for coming out here all the way from LA, my grandpa, and of course my teammates. Thank you very much.
That concludes our ceremony. Congratulations to Morgan and Leo and all the finalists, Dagny, Sam, Alex, and Andy. And enjoy your evening, folks. Thank you again for your attendance.
Leo, jump in here with Brown. Right in me, guys. Nice set of smile. Smile. Hey, do you want to jump in here one? All right. All right, can you jump out of here? Turn these individually.
You watch the match live. You road trip to the away games. You rise and fall with every run. Above all, you live your love of the game. Whatever you do, get there with Continental tires and improve your grip with extreme contact traction.
Continental Tire, for what you do.
Each year, the NSCAA puts over 7,000 coaches through our coaching education program. Youth, high school, and college coaches at all levels participate in the diploma courses. No matter where you are in your coaching path, we have something for you. Join your peers and get educated. Better coaching, better players, better game. NSCAA Coaching Academy. Improving soccer, one coach at a time. Register today at nscaa.com/education.
You watch the match live. You road trip to the away games. You rise and fall with every run. Above all, you live your love of the game. Whatever you do, get there with Continental tires and improve your grip with extreme contact traction.
Continental Tire, for what you do.
And those again are the three finalists. Morgan Bryan just announced as the winner for the second year in the row, but we could not let Dagny Brynjarsdottir leave without spending a little bit of time with us. She joins me now here after the presentation. Congratulations on a great season, Dagny. National championship season.
Thank you.
How great was it? I mean, it just seemed like every part of your team came together this year.
Yeah, we've been really close to winning the national title all my 4 years, and finally the team clicked this year and we made it all the way, which was amazing.
Now, you play for the national team at Iceland. What made you pick Florida State?
Few other school, they emailed me, but I wasn't interested in going to college. But then my coach Mark emailed me, and I don't know, something with Florida State was interesting, and I don't know, that's why I picked it.
Now, what about playing professionally? Are you interested in playing here in the United States or abroad?
No, I'll be moving to Germany tomorrow, but I haven't signed yet, so I can't tell you where I'll be playing,
but right.
I will be playing in Germany.
Well, obviously you know Morgan Bryan well because you played Virginia 3 times, walked away with 1-0 wins every time. Talk about the mutual respect between the two of you.
Yeah, we've been playing against each other, I mean, for 4 years as well. And she's just a great player and a future star for the U.S. national team. She's just the type of player who has everything.
Well said. Dagny, you have everything. Great job this season. Congratulations on the national champion. Congratulations on being part of the Final Three here.
Thank you.
All right, Dagny Brinjar, starter from Florida State. As we roll on, remind everybody again that today's presentation is brought to you by Vincera Institute as they congratulate all of this year's finalists, including Dagny Brinjar's daughter, dedicated to the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of core injuries. The Vincera Institute is the nation's premier medical facility for core, muscle, and hip health. Learn more at vincerainstitute.com. Proud to present this year's 2014 Missouri Athletic Club Hermann Trophy Awards. And Morgan Bryan, the star at Virginia, now just the 4th player to ever repeat as the winner and just the 5th to win it twice, as Carrie Hanks also did it with Notre Dame. You think about Cindy Parlow on that list and some other great players. Morgan Bryan joins me now. Congratulations, back-to-back MAC Hermann Trophy winners. Well done, Morgan.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's one of those things where I know you're on the U.S. national team now, and you've done great things at Virginia, but for the rest of your life, people will call you the 2-time MAC Hermann Trophy winner. How do you feel about that?
I think that's a pretty good name to be called. But like you said, some of those players that have won the award many times and a couple that have won twice have gone on to do some pretty cool things, and it's a great list to be among them, and some of the players that I've really looked up to when I was younger.
We're going to roll the video of Morgan Bryan, who starred at University of Virginia. And Morgan, I definitely want you to soak that in because I know you had great times at UVA. Now you're moving on, the U.S. national team. I'm sure the NWSL as well. Are you excited about that next step?
I'm really excited. I think that there's a lot of unknown in the future, and that's kind of fun to look forward to, especially with the draft coming up and possibly making the World Cup team in the summer. And I think it's a girl's dream when they're growing up playing soccer to make a World Cup team. And the next 6 months are going to be great for me, and I'm really looking forward to them.
That's so well said, because there's been some great times for women's soccer in this country. We all remember 1999, but you just feel like now with the build-up to the World Cup in Canada, there's really never a better time for women's soccer at all ages right now.
Yeah, especially with the World Cup coming up, and especially too with the last World Cup we had. I think that really grew the sport in America, and for us to have an outcome like that last year in the World Cup and come away with a loss is unfortunate, but I think it's it made people aware of how great women's soccer can be in this country, and especially with the people that got around and rallied around the sport at that point in time. I think it's just exciting for us to hopefully go out there and put on a good performance.
I know you've talked about it before, but even growing up as a young girl, watching Christy Rampone and even Abby Wambach and some of those other players, and now you're playing with them. What's that like, Morgan?
It's amazing. I learned so much from all of them, and sometimes in the beginning when I was in the with the team, I would pinch myself, and I'd be standing right next to them, and I grew up watching them. They're my role models, and to be playing alongside them is amazing, and it's a great opportunity, and I've learned a lot from them.
Going back to Virginia again, Steve Swanson, Ron Rabb, your entire coaching staff, what have they meant to you?
They've meant a lot. They have taken my game to the next level on and off the field. They've made me a better person, especially off the field, and a better player, and they've taught me so much, and they've dedicated so much time and effort off the field that I really appreciate them, and I wouldn't be where I'm standing without them today.
Last thing you said after winning it in back-to-back years was you thanked your teammates. You guys were loaded. I mean, it just seemed like everybody was putting the ball in the back of the net. What a great team you had.
Yeah, both years. Even last year, we had an amazing team, and like I said, I wouldn't have been standing there last year without them, and I wouldn't be standing here today without them as well. We had a great team off the field. The chemistry was amazing, and it translated onto the field. And I was gone for half the season this year, and my teammates were great, and a lot of them stepped up, and they had great seasons too, and a lot of good players, and I think some of them are going to be here one day.
Morgan Bryan, congratulations.
Thank you.
Back-to-back winner of the MAC Hermann Trophy. Morgan Bryan, going to take a break, come back, talk to Alex Bono as well as the winner, Leo Stoles, right here as we tell you about world-class coaches. World-class coaches, moving families initiatives. You would never take the field without a game plan. Never move or relocate your family without a game plan to help your kids deal with the physical and emotional challenges of moving. Learn more today at worldclasscoaches.com and click on the Moving Families Initiative link for parents as we thank Karen Turquest and Johnny Johnson from World Class Coaches. Take a look again at the 3 finalists for the MAC Men's Hermann Trophy list. Those are the women's right there. And there you see them. Andy Craven from North Carolina. Leo Stoles, he won it from UCLA. But how about the rise, incredible, meteoric rise of Alex Bono the big, tall goalkeeper from Syracuse who
Thank
joins me now. And, Alex, exciting time. I understand you were talking to Jurgen Klinsmann just the other day. You kidding me?
It was the last 72 hours have been pretty crazy. It's some of the most exciting times of my life, and it's just an honor to be here. Really happy to be here. Happy for Leo. He really deserved this award.
Well, you certainly deserve to be among the three. Syracuse, a fantastic season. Ian McIntyre, talk about what it's like playing for him.
Unbelievable. He's the best coach I've ever played under. He knows exactly what he's talking about. Really knows how to get the guys behind him, and he's a tactical genius, I will say that.
You're the first Syracuse player to actually make the jump early to go to Major League Soccer. Talk about that decision.
It's one of those things where I've wanted to play soccer professionally since I was a kid, since I started playing, and I finally have the chance to do that. And when it was put in front of me, for me, that was all I needed, and I'm going to go live my dream.
Roll the video now of Alex Bono in goal for Syracuse. Take a look at it as well. When you break down the video of yourself playing, what's your number one strength, Alex?
I think I'm a good organizer. I really do. I think I have good control in that back line, and that'll show. And throughout the season, we were so good defensively. We played 3 in the back instead of 4. It ended up working out really well for us, and I really kept command of those guys, and they really helped me out as well.
Fine defensive work. What was your decision when you thought about what college you were going to go to? Why'd you pick Syracuse?
I thought for me, it gave me the best opportunity to play the way I wanted to play. When you go to a big-time school, usually there's a keeper established there, and you have to wait a couple years. At Syracuse, I could challenge for a starting spot right away. I was doing the major that I wanted to do, and really it was the perfect fit for me. Close to home, I really couldn't have asked for anything more.
One of the final 3, great year at Syracuse, call from Jurgen Klinsmann, Major League Soccer, everything rolling for Alex Bono. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, the big, tall Alex Bono, as we recognize more of our sponsors here, and want to thank the good folks at Locker Dome for helping put together this broadcast as well. Locker Dome, you can learn more at lockerdome.com, and we're right here at lockerdome.com/MAC Hermann Trophy. As we roll on here, take another look at the 3 finalists for the 2014 Missouri Athletic Club Hermann Award men's finalists. You see Alex Bono we just talked to. Leo Stoll's the winner, but what a year for Andy Craven, a star senior season at North Carolina. Andy, good to see you. Great season for you. Big injury the year before. You come back 15 goals, 8 game winners. Put it all together this year, young man.
Thank you. Yeah.
What was the key for you?
Oh, man. Just my team and staying healthy, really. Incredible medical staff, and, really took care of me this year and, even last year. And just getting me here and getting me healthy. And
yeah, tell us why you missed your junior year. Tell us about the injury.
I had an extra bone in my heel. That's it, just an extra bone in my heel. And so they had to cut it out, so I had surgery, and wasn't anything major. It's just something that needed to kind of get put in my past, and moved on. Had a great, like I said, Alan Aguilar is my trainer there, and he's one of the greatest trainer I've ever had, and really put me in a good position to come back.
Let's roll to the video here of Andy Craven. As we mentioned, on the season, 15 goals, including 8 game winners, as well as the goal that tied UCLA down 2, and that is a goal that will show at the end of this. But I'll tell you what, big game Andy Craven. When they needed a goal, you delivered. That was key.
Yeah, thank you. My team that was there and gave me the rock when I needed it in good spots, and we were able to get some goals and get some wins.
That last year wasn't the only injury you overcame. When you were at the College of Charleston, you also had an injury there, right?
Yes, I tore my hamstring pretty bad while I was there, and yeah, they totally took care of that here, and yeah.
Talk about the decision to go to Chapel Hill for your final 2 years, Andy.
Oh man, incredible opportunity. I'm forever indebted to Carlos Simano, the coach there, and the whole staff really for being able to bring me into just a new and great situation with a great team and awesome players.
Taking a look here at the highlights of Andy Craven, number 10. Got that long hair. Sometimes you let it flow. You usually tied it together, though, Andy Craven. Now, what are your plans now? I understand you're going to the Combine. Is that right?
Yes, sir. I'll leave tomorrow morning for the Combine, finish that up, and hopefully the draft after that. So those are my plans for the next couple days. Pretty quick turnaround.
All right, well, I enjoyed calling your games. I live in Chapel Hill, so I saw quite a few of your games as well, so congratulations on being here.
Totally appreciate it.
All right, Andy Craven, one of the 3 finalists. We're at the wonderful Missouri Athletic Club here in St. Louis, Missouri. They've been outstanding hosts. I want to thank Jim Wilson, their wonderful Director of Communications, for helping us put this together all the time. Is good look here now at the Missouri Athletic Club from outside here in St. Louis, Missouri. A wonderful facility as you go around, a beautiful athletic club as well. This building erected, you saw right there, in 1915. You walk through the doors, it's just absolutely majestic. And you take a look at some of the former winners up there as well. Lexi Lawless, number 21, Tony Miola, the fine goalkeeper. Those two would team up as part of the 1994 U.S. World Cup team and roll right around the corner as well. And that is what Leo Stoles will be walking off with right there. You see the wonderful crystal trophy for Leo Stoles. He is the winner of the 2014 Missouri Athletic Club Hermann Trophy Award. And Leo, congratulations.
Thank you very much, sir.
What a great honor for you. Come over to the United States from Germany, play at one of the prime colleges in the United States. Now you walk away with the nation's best player award.
It's been overall like an amazing experience, like being at UCLA. I enjoyed it from day one there, and like if I could, I would do it all over again. Like I said, like I had an amazing 3.5 years in the United States or in college, and yeah, it's bittersweet to be done now.
Well, that's well said. And talk about bittersweet, an incredible run for UCLA, making it all the way to the championship game and then falling in penalty kicks. What a season, though, for the Bruins, for not just you, but your entire team.
Yeah, we had a really good season starting. Like especially, like we have to give a lot of credit to our defense, who did an amazing job, especially in the beginning of the year when you usually give up a good amount of goals, and they helped us out big time. And then the freshman class this year was exceptionally good at UCLA with all the guys coming in. It's like with a bunch of freshmen starting, and yeah, it went well. It was so much fun playing with the guys, and I already missed them at UCLA.
Let's roll to the video of Leo Stoles. So exciting to see him on the field. What a great season. We started actually right here on NSCA TV, Leo. On the very first show, we talked about the candidates for the Missouri Athletic Club Hermann Trophy, and we picked you to win it, by the way. This was back in August, so you delivered on that promise as well. Now, also, we called the game against Santa Barbara where you scored that unbelievable left-footed shot. You remember that goal? Tell us about it.
Oh, yeah, I remember it. I didn't know that you were broadcasting it. I'm very honored that you picked me back then already. Against Santa Barbara, I remember like I tried to serve the ball to Shea, and it bounced back, and like I chested it down and finished with my left foot. Got a little bit lucky, and yeah, it went in.
As you look at this video, when you came over from Germany, started at George Mason for 1 year, what was your English like when you first came over? Because it's pretty good right now.
Oh, I really struggled at the beginning. Like it was all way too fast, and I really had to focus to understand what people are talking about, and I didn't get like the little nuances in English, and now I feel like I'm a lot more comfortable now speaking English and talking to you.
You sound great. When you thought about transferring to UCLA, what made you make that decision, Leo?
Actually, that was my dad, who studied abroad in San Diego, and from the very beginning on, he wanted me to go to school in California. I just missed all the deadlines for that, and like there were no scholarships more for the schools in California that I contacted. So I started off on the East Coast at George Mason, where I had a really good time too. And yeah, my dad took me to LA and Santa Barbara over Thanksgiving break, and I liked it from the very beginning on, and I'm very happy it worked out, and Jorge accepted me there as a player.
I'm glad you mentioned Jorge Salcedo, because he is Mr. Bruin. I mean, here's a guy who, as a little munchkin, was hanging around the UCLA program. What was it like playing with him?
Like he embraces the soccer style that Barcelona plays. Like he wants to play, keep the ball on the ground, play short as much as possible, and we try to avoid long balls. Like he doesn't hesitate to ask our defenders to keep the ball on the ground and to get the ball to the feet of our midfielders, and that helped me too a lot. Like to form the game, the way I play the game. Like I think I fit very well into a system, and we worked well together the past 3 years.
You are the winner of the 2014 MAC Hermann Trophy. Congratulations. Good luck in your professional career.
Thank you very much.
All right, what a great capper here to a wonderful evening at the Missouri Athletic Club, and we couldn't do it without our wonderful sponsors. I want to thank each and every one of them as we run through them right now. Of course, Vincera Institute, they congratulate all of this year's finalists, dedicated to the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of core injuries. The Vincera Institute is the nation's premier medical family for core, muscle, and hip health. Learn more at vincerainstitute.com. I also want to thank world-class coaches, Moving Families Initiative. You would never take the field without a game plan. Never move or relocate your family without a game plan to help your kids deal with the physical and emotional challenges of moving. Learn more today at worldclasscoaches.com and click on the Moving Families Initiative link for parents. I want to thank Continental Tire. Continental Tire, innovative technology, driving confidence. Learn more at continentaltire.com. I want to thank the good folks at Locker Dome, located right here in St. Louis. Locker Dome, putting together those wonderful videos. Learn more at lockerdome.com. And couldn't do it without Missouri Athletic Club, an outstanding host since 1986 of the Missouri Athletic Club Award. And finally, the NSCA convention is coming up in Philadelphia as well. Philadelphia, that's just next week, January 14th through 18th. You can learn more about the NSCA and the convention by going to nscaa.com. Wow, what a wonderful evening here at the Missouri Athletic Club. Had an outstanding time in St. Louis. Want to thank all the wonderful hosts here at the Missouri Athletic Club. Want to thank Christine Mason for her assist as well. Everybody as the NSCAA. Emily is here as well. I want to talk about thank yous as you look at them right there. Our partners, Vincera Institute, world-class coaches, Continental Tire, Amplified Soccer, the Missouri Athletic Club, and Locker Dome, all of the SIDs, Steve Vio and his entire committee for the NSCAA, for not just the MAC Hermann Trophy, but the All-America as well. And of course, Jim Wilson with the Missouri Athletic Club. Couldn't get it done without the great support of Joe Cummings, the CEO, and his outstanding staff, Joe Valente and Valente Vision Films. I'm Dean Linke, proud to be the voice of the NSCAA, congratulating once again the winners of the 2014 MAC Hermann Trophy on the women's side. Back-to-back, Morgan Bryan. On the men's side, from UCLA, it's Leo Stoles, and you saw it all right here on NSCAA TV.